Clara. I'm the lifestyle editor at Impakter. We're a platform dedicated to informing and empowering the public to live a sustainable lifestyle. So today I'm joined by Joanna Ryglewicz. She's the founder of skincare brands Oio Lab and Upviat. Thank you, Joanna, for joining us. Welcome.
Hello, thank you for inviting me. It's a pleasure to be with you here today.
So you started your career in the skincare industry around 10 years ago, and you started off with Embryolisse. What inspired you to start your own skincare line, and how did your experience working with a household name like Embryolisse prepare you for this?
Yeah, it did start over 10 years ago, and I was studying. I finished law in London and in Poland then, and I just wanted to have some extra money, so I started in the beauty industry with Embryolisse. And it was more like, in the beginning, it was more like something additional, but I was always very much into beauty, into ingredients. And I'm working with Embryolisse since, for over 10 years. And it's been a very gradual and steady process. We developed very slowly, yet gradually. And in the meantime, I kept dreaming about my own brand and kept dreaming about idealizing in my head the perfect brand, if it's a brand with the values. And of course, I wanted it to be natural because it was a trend. I guess it's a trend for a long time, but I really wanted it to deliver results as well. And at the same time, to really impact our environment. So it was like a mixture of everything that was important to me.
Fantastic. And this was 10 years ago already.
Yeah, and the Oio Lab is now 2 years. So so it was happening gradually in the process. And I really wanted the company to be really based in clean science. That's how we call it. Because the idea was to really get the best out of nature, but with technology.
Yeah, so you've described the brand's DNA as built on science, nature, transparency, and effectiveness. And it's interesting because when you think of sustainable beauty, probably mistakenly you think about, raw ingredients and, very simple processes. So how is Oyo's approach to science and innovation redefining what sustainability means in beauty today?
The Oio Lab is more about using the latest technology to use less natural materials, but at the same time make it very potent. Just to give you an example, we use supercritical fluid extraction, which is environmentally friendly extraction method and gives really clean, potent, natural extracts. At the same time, making it possible to use less of the raw ingredient. We need to be very up to date, and we're working with Medical and Life Science University in Poland here. And at the same time, we keep looking for other possibilities, and we keep meeting with other companies and individual specialists just to make sure we don't miss a thing when it comes to what's possible technologically to really deliver effective natural beauty.
Amazing. Yeah, it's interesting. So you're trying to extract the most, potent ingredients, but also because you want to reduce the amount of natural products that you're using. You want to reduce the amount of, the plants that you're using. Can you talk to us a little bit about the ingredients, the plants and the botanicals that you're actually using?
We have a wide variety of natural ingredients. It all depends on the product we're creating. For example, one of the groups of ingredients that we're totally fascinated at the moment are mushrooms and fungi. I think because of fantastic fungi, I'm not sure if you've watched the documentary.
Yeah, it's having a moment for sure.
That's right. And this is such an amazing movement, and we kind of want to participate in that. So one of our products, which is the calming emulsion for the face, is full of fungi extracts, and they're all obtained with green mycelium extraction. So still we want to use nature, but make it as green and as and extract it as sustainably as possible. And we have very potent vitamin C derivative in one of our serums. And this is a natural as well. We kind of want to have it all. And in the lab, our team, they're always laughing that if it would be possible just to put everything in a bottle, they would just make it.
Yeah.
It's a time-consuming process that demands a lot of patience, but we're kind of ready for that. We know that that it will take time, and not all of that will be successful. And so much can be changed if the brands would just get together.
It's really interesting actually, because I spoke to another founder of a beauty a beauty care product company, and she had said that when she set out to be this sustainable nature-based solution, it was almost like she received more criticism for that, because if there was any inconsistency in, for example, her supply chain and anything that could be found to not be sustainable in her company, she would really, risk being called a hypocrite and all that. So it was almost like by saying and declaring that you're a sustainable brand, you put yourself more at risk. Have you found that to be your case as well?
We haven't had like any direct criticism, but but what we do is like we try to be as precise as possible. When we say something is clean, we say how it's clean. When we say something is sustainable, we try to explain what we mean by it. I think it's very important for beauty producers to specify what they mean by it. We know where we need to grow. And sometimes we even ask directly our customers, hey, maybe you know something, or you know a charity we can work with. I think that can be a solution.
Yeah, I think that's true, and I should mention that this person had said that the first thing is to get started somewhere, and to not feel scared to do everything perfect the first time around, and to admit that it's a learning process. So and transparency is key for that. And I really like what you said about saying how it's sustainable or how it is.
That's right.
Explaining to people. I think there's a lot of educational work that needs to be done in this industry as well. Yeah. So speaking of the learning curves, what are some of your own key learnings in the process and in your path to sustainability?
When it comes to sustainability, there is still a lot to be learned. So we are in the midst of the process, and I do hope that both ourselves and as a company, as the whole industry, will enable us to grow as much as possible. But when it comes to creating my own brand, I was very specific and very about what I wanted, and but I just needed some good circumstances and good people to come to my life to make it happen. But I think it will be really amazing for the whole beauty industry if we could team with bigger companies to make more expensive, cleaner technology more accessible.
Right. Okay. So create a demand so that
that's right.
Technology becomes cheaper. Okay.
Yes. But we have our own objectives in mind, like smaller ones that bring quick results, and bigger ones like long term. And then the third one, which is the Meadow Foundation, it helps to plant different types of plants in different areas to support wild bees populations. And this is more rewarding as well because you can see results faster.
Fantastic. Okay, well, thank you so much, Joanna. It was a pleasure speaking to you and learning more about Oio Lab and Impakter.
Thank you. Wishing you all the best.
You can find Joanna's products, Oio Lab, on eco.impakter.com. So be sure to check it out, as well as other sustainable beauty brands. Thank you very much.